Grant, your thoughts on that one this afternoon?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good, controlled performance from us. We had to be patient. We moved the ball well, with some really good chances where we probably just didn't find that killer instinct. But it was a difficult game. They surprised us a little bit with their shape. We've seen them play in different ways in pre-season, trying to make that box in the middle of the pitch. They did it later on in the game when they made some changes, but it was difficult to break down. Credit to Gary defensively there. They were good today in terms of their 5 with the 3 and the 2. But we had to be patient, and I said to the players at half time, be patient, keep moving the ball quick. Opportunities will come. We thought we got the opportunity with Damola. Unbelievable block from their player. And then we got our break when we just needed it, and calmness from Moles to put the penalty away. But all in all, I felt we deserved the 3 points.
I'm going to say I deserve it, with the balance of play and everything, it was the deserved outcome in there.
Yeah, I think, look, Timmy's not made a lot of saves. I think once he was called upon, he's got down really well and smothered the ball, but I don't think he's had a shot to save all game. So it tells me defensively we were strong. The shape of the team, the structure of the team is excellent. We've put some really good balls, deliveries into the box that we probably just didn't get on the end of. And we've created some really good chances. But look, the opening day of the season, everything's not going to be perfect. What was really pleased for me today was we kept going. How we managed the last 6-7 minutes of the game in the corner, the cleverness of the team. That's something we've learned over a period of time. Obviously, with us being here and the players are taking it on board, and it was great to see.
You think that's one of the big takeaways from today? That street smart, it's definitely there. It's there for everybody to see.
Absolutely, it came from last season, and I think you learn them sort of things when you play in the lower levels of football. You'd have to be that way because when you're 1-0 up, teams will go longer against you, and I thought, I didn't think the ball was going to come out of the corner there. Billy, Moles, Damola, Gotsey, people that got around the ball and just kept winning throw-in after throw-in, corner after corner. It was really pleasing to see, and like I say, over the moon with the 3 points, pleased with all the boys. It's an excellent start for us.
They reacted well to the different challenges this afternoon, as you say, them surprising you a little bit in how they set up, but then from sitting in deep, then they were pressing a little bit as well, and various different sort of approaches from Exeter.
Yeah, we'd seen them. We thought they'd set up in a 3-5-2, but when they play, they usually build with a box in the middle of the pitch, but they didn't do that. One of the forwards would go on the side and the wing back would go high, and then we thought the press is in a 4-4-2. They didn't do that. So listen, this is what it throws up this league. You have to be ready for whatever teams throw at you. But we had to be patient, like I say, and I'll say it again. The boys had to be really, really patient today. Move the ball quick, wait for the openings, wait for the gaps. The lads that come off the bench were outstanding again, and helped us get the 3 points and get over the line.
While staying patient, you got to stay switched on as well, and you gave up very little.
Yeah, exactly, because you can get into a mode where everything's really comfortable, and all of a sudden, bang, they're forward into the front too. So I was pleased with the lads' concentration all through the game.
A new centre half pairing for you this afternoon, but they did really well, Marty Pearson.
Yeah, really good, really good. Nothing really in terms of me to overanalyse. Really, they just did their job. They defended, they took the ball, they handled everything that was in front of them. Sometimes they were 2v2, which we're fine with, and they done well against Wareham and Cox because they're good players at this level. And you were coming up against a team, like I said during the week, an established League One team, a team that's been in around the mid-table of League One for the last 3 or 4 years. So it was a tough test for us today. It was a good test. It was a good barometer of where we are, and I'm really pleased with my boys.
Was one disappointing moment, the injury to Jamie Sterry after that heavy collision? Have you got any update on Jamie at this point?
Yeah, it looks like he's fractured his cheekbone, which is not great. Dave's just said to me there, he probably will need an operation, but I don't think it's going to keep him out for weeks, maybe a week to 10 days, months I should say, maybe a week to 10 days. But we've used a concussion sub there as well, so Jamie wouldn't have been able to play next week, but he wouldn't have been available next week anyway. So we'll let Dave and the physios and the doctors, whoever needs to look after Jamie, do that, and I'm sure Jamie will back when he's ready.
You've asked the city to come out and support you again, another great crowd this afternoon. Outstanding,
and a great crowd from Exeter, given it's like miles away. But our fans were brilliant. They had to stay patient with us as well today because it's our first game at this level. We're playing against a streetwise team, and a team that want to sit and break on you quickly, but they did, and ultimately I think everybody got the rewards today.
What's the next week look like? Plenty to take from today to work on over these next 7 days?
We just focus on the next game now. The players will have a recovery day tomorrow. We're back on Monday. We'll debrief the game and we'll get cracking heading towards Mansfield next week. So nice to be back. Nice to be in the stadium with fans again. I know we played a pre-season game here, but there wasn't many here. And nice to see our supporters here today. Hopefully we can, hopefully we have sent them home with 3 points and they're all happy.